Here at Santa Monica College, students from all over the world come to pursue higher education. But the pathway to success is not all the same for every student here at SMC. Some students are not given the resources nor the opportunity to succeed. Let's find a little bit more about these students and their struggles here at SMC as we step into the world of the undocumented student. The undocumented student is no different from any other student here at Santa Monica College. They all carry the thirst for higher education, but their present knowledge isn't being valued to the highest level of education. They pursue career fields such as science, mathematics, engineering, arts, and many others. Here's a student who's passionate about art but can't fully work in his field because he is trapped in this norm of the undocumented world.
Hi, my name is Hertz. I'm an art major, and I've been attending Santa Monica College for about 4 semesters. And I'm also an undocumented student, an AB 540.
What is an AB 540 student?
An AB 540 student is basically a student who benefits from the law AB 540, the California law AB 540. It basically allows students who have attended California high school and attended a California high school for 3 years and graduated from a California high school to receive in-state tuition, and that applies to undocumented students.
Do these AB 540 students actually get to work in their field once they're done?
Most of the time, a lot of AB 540 students do not get the opportunity to work in the field after they graduate because because of their immigration status, they are not eligible to work legally.
As you're an AB 540 student, what motivates you every day to come to school with knowing the fact that at the end of everything, you're not going to be able to work in your field?
Even though my immigration status means that I might not be able to work legally in my chosen profession after my education, I know that having an education is better than not having any education. And even though my status is currently in limbo, I know that I'm working towards my future, and once I'm legalized, I know that I'll be able to confidently work in my desired field.
So you're attending Santa Monica College, and what kind of resources, what kind of help do you actually get here at Santa Monica as an AB 540 student?
There are actually a lot of good resources at Santa Monica College for AB 540 students and undocumented students. The counselors are very knowledgeable of the issue, and they are willing to help as much as they can. There's also organizations and clubs on campus, such as MECHA, ALICE, LSU, and like Latino organizations that understand the issue and also help students. There's also a group on campus called Ideas of SMC, which I'm a part of. Basically, it's a group that was created to as a support system for undocumented students.
Which is part of Ideas of SMC. He invited me to one of their meetings. They meet every Thursday during activity hour in this very room. While students outside are having fun, these group of students come together to inform and support one another. Throughout their meeting, moral support was given. Events for scholarship opportunities were noted, but I was able to encounter this idea of unity between them. As they inspire for higher education, time is another enemy that they must encounter as it takes away the opportunity to succeed in life. I managed to have a one-on-one interview with the president of Ideas. We're here at Santa Monica College with Mohammed. Mohammed is the president of Ideas of SMC. Mohammed, what is Ideas and what does it stand for?
Well, IDEA stands for Improving Dreams, Equality, Access, and Success. And basically, we're a support group and an emotional and financial support group for underrepresented students, specifically AB 540 undocumented students.
What do you have to do to actually qualify for your club?
You don't have to do anything. Anyone could go be in the club. You don't have to be undocumented. We have many allies who aren't undocumented, and yeah, you just have to go to the club, go show up, and yeah, we welcome anyone and everybody.
What do you actually benefit for being in Ideas?
Well, you get a lot of resources as an undocumented student. We give out scholarships at the end of the year, at the end of the spring semester. We have a lot of resources that you have other people to talk to about what you're going through. We have testimonies, we have empowerment workshops, and informative workshop as well.
Mohammed, I understand you're an AB 540 student. What is your major?
My major is business administration, with a concentration in management.
But since you're an AB 540 student, do you actually understand that at the end of all your struggles, you're not going to be able to work in your field?
Well, actually, I don't believe that. I believe that AB 540 students are gonna break the barrier with enough support from legislators and politicians, and we're gonna, break the barrier working from the field, which is most AB 540, undocumented families work. To coming out and helping America, develop and go work in America in like business settings and stuff like that.
Is that what motivates you every day to actually stay in school and keep on going?
Yes, that and other ideas members as well. The chemistry majors, the business administrative majors, the broadcasting majors. All of them. They push me, they encourage me to keep on studying, keep on working for my goals.
But I understand you're an AB 540 student. So, I mean, you don't get financial aid, you don't get books. So, I mean, what helps you? I mean, here at SMC.
Well, the main thing that was helping me was my family and scholarships. But as starting January 2013, uh, a new bill passed AB 130 and 131, which allows undocumented students to receive more scholarships and to receive financial aid after everyone else who applied for it has received it. So we're gonna have more help with financially like that. But so far, yeah, what has been helping me is my family, and I work a little bit on the side that helps, and scholarships.
But I understand for AB 540 students, the DREAM Act is actually a big issue for them. What does it mean for you?
Well, the Dream Act is a huge um, issue. Sorry, issue for students, and for me personally, it's I want the Dream Act to pass. So because the more we talk about it, the more people are aware of it, the more politicians and legislators back it up, the more our dreams come true. We could start from there. From there on, it could start. We could after we get our citizenship. I'm sorry. After we get our citizenship, we could work. We could do more. We could help America again. Grow and develop. And
Yeah, that's very true. And I understand that your background is not Hispanic. A lot of people do think that AB 540 students are Hispanic, but that isn't true. Can you tell us a little bit about where you're from exactly?
me myself, I'm from Pakistan. We have members from all around Southern America as well, and we have Pacific Asian um, students as well. We have Filipino, and we have a few Koreans as well.
Well, I thank you, Mohammed, for your time. Was a pretty good conversation. Uh, so there you have it. This is an AB 540 student, the president of Ideas of SMC. I am Carlos Mendez reporting for you at Santa Monica College. The counseling department is number one resource for the undocumented student and for any other student. Maria Martinez, a counselor for the Latino Center, informed me about the issues and struggles that the undocumented student deals with on a daily basis. Helping students at SMC is your job. This is your career. This is your title. This is your passion. So when it comes to helping undocumented AB 540 students, what are some of the issues and struggling facts that you see in these students at daily basis?
On a daily basis, it's the financial. They struggle financially. A lot of my students are taking up to 3 buses to get here. Rarely do they drive. Most of the time they're taking buses. And so they can't stay too late because by the time they take that 3rd bus, the buses don't run near their house, and they're not coming exactly from Beverly Hills or coming from areas that are exactly not safe in the evening, whether it's a guy or whether it's a girl. They struggle financially to come up with the money to pay for their classes because as of right now, they're not eligible for state or federal aid. They're struggling financially to pay for textbooks. So sometimes some of my students start class and hope that a professor has a book on reserve until they somehow scrape up the money to be able to pay for the textbooks, but sometimes that doesn't happen until much later. And so some of these students are able to work through very creative ways, and they take a while to come up with the money, and they don't have a choice many times in terms of the schedule, the ideal schedule. They have to go to school around that because they're lucky enough to even have landed a job like that. And usually those employers are not flexible with them, so they're struggling with time management issues also, because many times they have to work full time. that's the only option their employer will give them, not a part-time option. And of course, my concern right now is with the contract education. If that goes through, and my students are struggling right now financially with that, how they're going to pay for it. And then there's the other side. There's kind of like mental health issues that are starting to come up, that sense of hopelessness. Why am I going through all this if at the end I'm not even going to be able to work in my profession? Why should I keep going through this? And that's, that goes on also. Problems at home where maybe they want to go to school, but maybe the family's not supportive, because a lot of the Latino families that we work with, they're concerned with meeting the day-to-day needs, not the future needs. Well, yeah, you'll be educated in the future, but I need you to work right now. I need you to help your brothers and sisters with their homework. I need you to be here because I'm going to be at work. I need somebody to babysit. So it's not that they're awful parents, it's they don't know what else to do because they need to deal with the day-to-day. So there's those issues that those students face, and the issues of they apply for scholarships, but they get more rejections than they get scholarships. And now that the economy is doing bad, it's getting harder and harder to land scholarships. I think those are the prevalent issues that I see with the AB 540.
So there appears to be
community.
many struggles for an AB 540 student. When you counsel one of your students that are AB 540, what advice would you actually give them? Or what advice do you actually give all those AB 540 students that are watching this video right now? What would that be?
Not to give up. There are many, 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 many people working to try to get the DREAM Act at the federal level passed. We get knocked down time and time again, but there are politicians that are fighting ferociously to get this passed. And the students, the students that are going to get any benefit are going to be the students when, God willing, one day it does pass, because I have faith that it will pass, that Congress will change, and that the DREAM Act at the national level will pass. The students that are going to benefit from that are the students that have gone on to college. This country, as much as it needs unskilled laborers, is not going to give them residency. It's going to give it to the professional that's going to be able to contribute tax-wise, into the economy. So to give up hope and not continue with their studies is a huge mistake. They have to go on. It feels like always an uphill battle and never going down, but they need to be prepared when that moment comes. The other thing that I tell my students is the U.S. is not the answer for everyone. So if you get a degree from UCLA, you can move with that degree anywhere around the world. If you go to a Spanish-speaking country in Latin America, the Caribbean, in Europe, Spain, that degree is going to follow you with, for the rest of your life. And maybe, for example, moving to Canada, becoming a resident of that might be a better and easier way for a student to maybe come back to the States, as a resident or as a citizen of Canada, as per se. But again, it might be a place to get a degree, but maybe it might mean having to move to another country. But with a degree from the U.S., it's going to take them a long way in life.
Although life may be difficult for the undocumented student, they still fight for the rights of others and for the rights of themselves, as they imprint this face of happiness and positive attitude to the world that's around them.
Undocumented AB 540 students are one of many groups here at SMC whom struggle when pursuing their dreams. I am Carlos Mendez, reporting for Santa Monica College and for Broadcasting 48.
My name is Maria Martinez. I'm a program leader and counselor at Santa Monica College in the Latino Center, and the Latino Center, as well as I, are here to support AB 540 students, to aid them in whatever we can. If we don't know the answer, we'll find out. But this is a safe place and a place of support for any AB 540 student.
My name is Hertz. I'm an art major, and I will inspire.
My name is major in computer engineering with the age at 1235 and meeting the